My name is NTC7000 or NTC7K.
I just took over his intro.
We're challenged.
See that? You jumped.
I can't never forget that. I hate that video so much. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, NTC7000, sitting here with NTCFirefighter. Apparently, I did not introduce him on my last video.
Because he's a butthole.
I figured everybody already knew him, so why have to introduce him? He's in all my videos.
I figured my parents love me, but here we are.
I'll leave that one in.
Hello, darkness.
Oh, man. You good? Coming to you with another Would You Rather today. We're going to answer another 10 questions for your viewing pleasure. You might like our answers, you might not. Either way, you should enjoy yourself because when he's here, something always is probably going to go down. That's for sure. Assalamu alaikum.
What did you say? What crap did you just say? What was that, Latin? Is that Latin?
Here we go texting again. No, I swear I love you more. There's no way. I love you with the heat of 1,000 fiery suns!
I love you with the heat of my butthole box.
Let's get into it. Would you rather have no one to show up for your wedding or your funeral?
I could care less.
You could care less.
I could care less.
I'd rather have no one show up for my wedding.
I'd rather have... I mean, I don't care.
All right, so if no one shows up for your funeral, that means either one, they're all dead, or two, nobody liked you. Including whoever you decide to marry, your children, your friends. Nobody shows up to your funeral.
But
you
I'm
made
dead.
bad choices.
But I'm dead.
I'm just saying.
But I'm dead. Why would I care? That's why, if I die, just throw my body in the Mississippi River. I don't care. I'm dead. Why would? That's the last thing I'm thinking about. Oh my God, who's at my funeral?
So right now, thinking about it, if
nobody came to my funeral, why would I be hurt if I'm dead?
it hurts my feelings thinking about that. Like if thinking about my wife not showing up to my funeral, unless she's dead before me, which probably won't happen statistically, but if she's dead before, or if I'm dead before her and she doesn't show up to my funeral,
and plus
thinking about that hurts.
The only people that's gonna be at my wedding also is people me and my fiance like. Like, I ain't about to be having people I don't like them there.
But what if none of them show up for your wedding? You don't care?
I don't care.
So if your grandma don't show up to your wedding, you don't care?
If she don't show up to my wedding, then something's wrong. So she's dead if she don't show up to my wedding.
I'm just saying, what if she chose not to? What if you decide to get married and she's like, no, you know what? I don't like Emma. I'm not going to the wedding.
Okay, I love her.
Yeah, okay.
He's
going to be crying.
Honestly, I don't think my parents will show up to my wedding. I mean, my other grandparents, too. They're probably not going to come away.
I think if his grandmother didn't show up to his wedding, he would be immensely hurt.
Maybe.
He would be so hurt. Like, he talking this big game, but I think if his grandmother did not show up to his wedding.
There's a lot of things that should hurt me that don't.
Nah, you love... I've never seen somebody love... I love my grandmother. I've never seen somebody have a closer relationship with their grandmother.
But I just know she's going to be there, so...
But I'm just saying, if you just did something, or if Emma just did something and y'all get to the point of marriage and Emma just did something that just pissed her off, she's like, no, I'm not going to the wedding.
If Emma did something to piss my grandma off, it's a high chance me and Emma ain't going to be together.
But I'm just saying, what if it's just something that just pissed off your grandma and you're like, Granny, that's kind of petty.
She'll get over it.
But she decided not to come to your wedding.
She'll get over it.
He talks a big game, guys. He talks a big game. I can be honest.
I can be honest, too. I would not care. I even told Emma, why don't we get a shotgun wedding? Just go to a freaking drive-through wedding. Like, Those things have never. I don't want to pay $50,000 for a freaking wedding.
I didn't pay $50,000.
I don't want to pay $10,000 for a wedding.
Well, okay.
That seems foolish to me. That's just me though.
Speaking of wedding, there's my wife calling there.
She sensed it.
Hello. Hey.
We've been on this freaking topic for like 8 minutes.
We're recording. Yeah, it's still recording. I'm gonna leave it in. We can do that.
No.
Wanna?
I didn't hear what she said.
Love you, bye.
We're just what them kids call an app.
Ready did do.
Poor Andy.
But for me, I would rather no one show up to my wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, for me, I prepared, and this is the thing. Like for our wedding, I prepared so much for our wedding. Like I spent way more money than I should have on our wedding. And our wedding wasn't even one of those big, huge, fancy weddings. I mean, it looked nice, everything. Our coordinator was on point. Like, she did an amazing amount with a small amount of money. But we invited 150 people, 200 people. Maybe 40, 50 people showed up. And, like, I was like, I didn't even freaking care. I was just like, whatever. The only person that really pissed me off that didn't show up was my dad. He told me he was going to show up, and he still didn't. And that was when I was like, okay, you know what? Screw you, guy.
Screw you, man.
So, other than that, that was the only person that kind of upset me that it didn't show up. But, like, if my grandma wouldn't have showed up for the wedding, yeah, that would have hurt some. But I would have rather her have not shown up for my wedding than, well, if I die before my grandmother, something's wrong. I'm just saying, not trying to say it like that. I hope my grandma got at least another 40 years in her. I'd love for her to see my...
I thought you were about to say 4 years.
No, I hope that she's able to see my son grow up and graduate from college and get a wife and have a great-great-grandson. That would be great. Kill someone. What is wrong with you?
I mean, honestly, I'd rather no one come to my funeral. Because I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, well...
And plus, it's going to be like 90% of them are going to be people who were never active in my life. They just come there to...
That's true.
...be pity.
That's true.
I don't want nobody's pity.
I'm an introverted type of person. I only have small amount of people that I even have in my inner circle. So, for me... I would rather nobody really show up to my wedding because you can show up to my funeral because, like you said, I'm not going to be there. That's fine and dandy, and there are certain people I want to be at my funeral. But if nobody would have showed up to my wedding, I don't really care except for, like I said, my grandmother and my dad. That was what I've been there. But other than that, I don't really care because, does it really matter? For somebody like me who doesn't care to have a lot of people around them, doesn't really matter. But anyway, we spent about 10 minutes on this one question. So, would you rather rule the world or live in a world with absolutely no problems at all? That's a pretty hard question to answer. Well, it's kind of easy for me. I don't know.
Live in a world with absolutely no problems at all.
Me too. I hate that we have so many problems of babies being killed, aborted, mothers putting them in microwaves and ovens, and people just being homeless and not having a place to live.
Baby in a microwave.
You never seen it? You didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh man,
I ain't looking at that.
That was terrible. But
well,
homeless people and veterans without money and without jobs and living on the street and people in Africa starving, all these problems that we have, I would much rather all of those be gone than to rule the world. Who would rather want to rule the world than to make sure that everybody's okay for the common good,
Would you rather go back to the past and meet your loved ones who passed away, or go to the future to meet your children or grandchildren to be?
Oh, wow.
Why would I go to the future to meet my children and grandchildren to be when I'm going to be there?
What if you die?
I guess I die.
What if you die before you get to meet your children or grandchildren?
It's a sad world.
I mean, you realize that there are women who die in childbirth. They don't get to see their children.
Cruel world.
Yeah, it's terrible, but
why would I want to go meet my loved ones from the past and they not know who I am? And then that just hurt me more.
no, it says the ones who passed away, not necessarily the ones in the past.
No, would you rather go back to the past? Okay.
And meet your loved ones who passed away.
The ones who passed away won't even know who I am.
I mean, like for me, I'd rather go. I mean, I don't know if it would be technically right to meet the loved ones because I was actually born on my great, I think it's my great uncle's or something. It's his birthday. I don't remember. My grandmother could tell you, but I was born on someone's birthday, and it was some craziness that went about, and everybody thought it was like him coming back through me, or whatever. But I would have liked to have met him to see the type of person that he was. But also, for me, with my mom being dead, I would really love to be able to speak to her one more time and just talk to her about some things and kind of smooth over some rough patches that we had. So, yeah, for me, I'd rather meet my loved ones who have passed.
Oh, I could go back in time and beat my dad up.
This is for the future.
He never knew who I am.
Would you rather speak your mind or never speak again? Speak my mind.
I already speak my mind.
Yeah, me too. Speak my mind. If you can't tell, I don't really have a filter, so sometimes I say stupid stuff that I probably shouldn't say. So,
my life.
Yep, just keep me speaking my mind.
That was too easy.
Yeah, that was real easy.
If you answer this and choose never speak again, you are a horrible person.
No, I think there are some people that are just, things have happened in people's lives that have kept them from feeling like their voice matters. And so
speaking again will help that.
I mean, there's some people who can't deal with confrontation.
Well,
there's women that have been abused so badly that they can't raise up against somebody. Especially like with me and you, we get loud. And some people might think like we're arguing or something. We're just taking our opinions back and forth. That's just how we do. That's how we talk.
Would you rather live the life of a king with no family or friends, or live like no family or friends? Dang, that caught me off guard. Or live like a
vagabond. What
vagabond,
is a vagabond
with your friends.
Sorry, I don't even know that word.
Vagabond.
I know it's off of Lion King. A person who wanders from place to place without a home or job.
So a hobo.
So a person that's truly free.
So a hobo.
A free man.
Hobos are free men.
Yeah. Man, that's difficult because
with your friends
your friends or family.
So you're a hobo with your friends.
So I would have to take I would rather and I know this is gonna sound wrong, and baby I love you, but if we had to live on the street and go from place to place with no home and no job, I'm not taking you and our son out there. I would much rather just live the life of a king with no family or friends. I don't want to take my family out there.
What if you make your worst enemies your friends, and then you be a hobo, and then you become a king, and then they're still hobos?
I don't think that's how this question works.
Well, this is how my brain works. Hey, would you rather know how you will die or when you will die? I'd rather know how than when.
Neither. I've already answered this one.
You got to answer one or the other.
I can't. I literally can't.
I'd rather know how I'm going to die than when. Because if I know how, I'll just stop doing that one thing.
But you're still going to die that way.
Yeah. But I'll live less stressful.
But you're still going to die that way.
Yeah. So it could be 30 years down the road. And like, if I knew the time, I'd be so much more stressed to crap out.
I mean, my answer for it was I don't want to know how I'm going to die. Because, like, let's say you find out you're going to get stabbed, right? Yeah, So now you're gonna keep me away from you, cause I might be the one to stab you. Your grandma you might piss her off one day.
If my grandma stabbed me, I'd be like, oh, well.
I'm just saying, sometimes you get on the nerves.
I'd be more surprised than hurt.
But I'm just saying. So you're going to you're going to stray away from people, what kind of life are you going to have then? And then if you know when you're going to die.
Die from a seagull.
I don't even know how you would die from a seagull.
I don't know.
Running from a seagull, run into a pole and die?
No, the seagull kills you.
You deserve to die for seagulls.
What if you just passed out on the beach and the seagull's just poking away at your brains?
How'd you pass out on the beach?
No.
Okay, so then you deserve to die. You shouldn't have been out there without water and stuff needed.
Just drink the ocean.
Anyway, drink the ocean.
I'm joking. I know the salt. I know. Would you rather speak all languages or be able to speak to all animals?
I've already answered this one, and I'm not going to answer it anymore because I've already answered this one.
Oh, this is hard.
Not really.
Oh, this is hard.
This was easy for me.
Because I don't like people. But I like animals.
So why is it so hard then?
I would choose animals. Because if I could speak to animals, I can have an uprising of animals and take over the world.
He took my answer. That's my answer.
Well, I guess we both have the same morals. Stab. Would you rather get away with lying every time or always know that someone is lying? I mean, I'm one of those people that can read somebody that's always lying to me. I can really read.
Yeah, I've studied body language to learn how and when people are lying.
I've never lied in my life.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, it's small things that people do, that can tell you whether or not they're lying.
I really don't know what I do when I'm lying.
You scratch your nose.
Why does my nose?
But that's a common thing whenever people are lying.
Now, one thing, if you ever see me doing this and I'm talking, that's just because my freaking neck. My neck is just right now doing it.
Sometimes you might be lying with that, but that's a common thing is when people are scratching around their nose, or they're doing that, or if somebody's covering up their mouth when they're speaking to something they probably don't want to say. Like if you're saying something and subconsciously your body is telling you don't say that, your hand will go over your mouth while you're talking.
I've killed many people.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can learn about body language of human beings, and just subconscious body language that we wouldn't even notice on a day-to-day basis. But would you rather eat your dead friend or kill your dog and eat it when you are marooned on a lonely island? Both. Hey, if I'm on a lonely island by myself, nobody's gonna know.
I'd rather just eat my dead friend than, I'd rather have a companion.
I mean, I'm gonna eat you first. And, I'm gonna put you on the grill and.
Shit, if it was your dog, I'd kill the dog first.
Yeah. My dog is so annoying. Oh my God. Just like, oh man, I have him. My friend's dead right there. Or. I'm gonna cut that part out.
Would you rather have $1 billion to your name or spend $1,000 for each hungry and homeless person? I'd rather have $1 billion to my name.
$1 billion to my name. I mean, I know I was just talking about all the equality and all that in the world, but $1 billion to my name. I don't have $1,000 for every hungry and homeless person. But if I got $1 billion, then I can go take care of those hungry and homeless.
If I had $1 billion.
Oh, they gonna still be hungry and homeless. No, I mean, if I had $1 billion, I already have ideas of what I want to do with my money. Of course, I want to take care of my family first, and make sure that they never have to worry about anything. But once this gets to a certain point, I mean, I've already talked to you about some of the stuff I want to do. I'm not gonna talk to them.
Concentration camps.
Yeah.
for the homeless, so they can concentrate more.
But no, I mean, I've talked to him about some of the stuff I want to do, just in my own city, yet alone this state and other states in this country. And you guys can help me get to that point. But I want to build homes and stuff for these people. And I'm not talking about some in the ghetto type stuff. I want to actually build up some nice areas for them. And create jobs so that are specifically for people like this that don't have the ability to do certain things, because some people are homeless by choice, but more than likely they're homeless because they had no choice, because even with me and my family, like, we're one bad thing away from being homeless ourselves, so I mean, and most people are like that, living paycheck to paycheck, and if something bad happens, you can't afford something else, and so, I mean, every little bit that we have goes towards bills or necessary things. So, a lot of these people are not out there because they had a choice to do it, and they're out there because they don't have a choice. But yeah, you had something.
I would invest a lot of money into the fire department.
Into the fire department, they got plenty.
They don't get paid enough though.
I mean, they get paid more than a homeless person.
See,
Well, actually, I guess technically the homeless people get paid more by us because we're giving them money as we go by.
Giving them $1,000.
No, I'm not giving them $1,000. I'm keeping my $1 billion.
I'm a person who keeps to myself.
I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I want to take care of most of the people in this world if I can. If I'm given that ability to do that. But I mean, if I had $1 billion, I'd take care of my family, and then the rest of it, I mean, I would put some into like stock market investing stuff and the stuff that I know that's going to go up, just so that I can make more money, and then from there be able to do even more with it. But I'd take the $1 billion, take care of my family, and then take care of our homeless. I mean, I don't know why the billionaires don't do that now, but yeah.
Because they have the mindset of me.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't be a good billionaire.
You wouldn't be a good billionaire, or you would be a good billionaire?
Depends on what you mean by good.
Well, thanks, guys, for sticking around. That is the end of our 10 questions for today. We'll be back again with another 10. We thank you and we love you. Until we meet again. Peace.